If you're thinking about getting a jump rope for cardio, you definitely should. It's my go-to form of cardio now that it's cold outside because it's super convenient for me to just go out in my garage, skip for 30 minutes without having to go outside and suffer in the cold. But once you go online and start looking at jump ropes, you'll quickly learn that there's a lot to choose from. As you can tell, I have a few here that I've collected over the years. So in this video, I want to give you my recommendations for the jump rope that I would get if I was just starting. Because honestly, the first rope I bought is not the one you should get. First things first, when you look online, you'll find that there are 4 different types of jump ropes: PVC, beaded, weighted, and cable or speed ropes. To save you guys some time, we'll start with the one that you should really look at, and that's a PVC rope. Now, the reason that the PVC jump rope is so good for beginners is because it has a good balance of weight. It's not so light like a cable or a speed rope that you won't be able to feel it, but it's not so heavy like a weighted rope that it's going to tire you out. Because when you're just starting with jump rope, you don't want muscle fatigue, especially in the arms, to be your limiting factor. You want it to be cardio because that's what we're working on. Now, not all PVC ropes are built the same. Some are heavier than others, but in general, it's going to be a good option for you. I have 3 PVC ropes with me here right now. The first one being this blue Dope Rope 2.0. The second one being the Elite SRS 6mm PVC rope. And then finally, we have the Rush Athletics Money Rope. Now, all 3 of these ropes are a good balance of weight, so they're not too light, nor are they too heavy. The only downside there, if it matters to you, is that this only comes in white, whereas these come in fancier colors like blue, turquoise, pink, orange, green. You have options. Now, your next option is a beaded jump rope, and it looks exactly how it sounds. It has a series of beads wrapped around some string, and this is another fantastic jump rope for beginners. Like the PVC ropes, these are heavier, so they're great for beginners. You will feel the rope moving around you. And another benefit here is that beaded ropes are also pretty cheap. So if price is a limiting factor for you, beaded ropes are going to be an amazing option. Next up, we have the weighted jump rope. Now here I have the cross rope, and here I have another rope by Rush Athletics, but this one is called the Legacy rope. The cross rope is by far the most expensive and the fanciest of the jump ropes I have here, but for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to talk about it as if it were any other weighted jump rope. Now, weighted jump ropes can be good for beginners, but they can also be a little too much. And the reason I say it might be a little bit too much is because it doesn't take that much weight before it starts to get really fatiguing. You might look online and see a 1 pound or 2 pound jump rope and think, that's not that heavy, until you start whipping it around you and you realize 2 pounds means a lot in the world of jump rope. And I don't know if you can tell in this video, but this Legacy rope is thick. It is a very thick rope. I mean, compared to the Money rope, it's probably like 4 times as big. So with all of that said, weighted ropes are perfectly fine for beginners, but just don't go too heavy. In fact, I would say that this green one, if you decide to go with cross rope, is a 1/4 pound rope. This is about as heavy as I would go. 1/2 pound isn't too bad, it's starting to push it, but once you get to 1 pound, it's starting to get too heavy. Your arms are gonna tire out really fast, and I promise you're gonna buy a 1 pound rope, unless you're really fit, you're gonna regret it. It's just too heavy. So if you go weighted, go lighter. 1/4 pound is the heaviest I would go. This Legacy rope by Rush Athletics, it's an amazing rope, but even this one, too big. Skip it. It is pretty though. And finally, we have the last type of jump rope, the speed rope, the cable rope, the wire rope, whatever you want to call it. This is the first jump rope I ever bought, and I regret it. This is not good for beginners. Once you start swinging this around you, it feels like nothing is moving around you. And when you need to work on your rhythm to start jumping, you're gonna realize this is doing you no favors. So it's not inherently bad as a jump rope, it's just not a good beginner rope. And it might seem a little counterintuitive. I mean, that's why I bought this. I thought, well, I want less weight to make it easier, but in reality, the lack of weight makes it harder. Wire ropes are not what you want. All right, so with all of that said, which jump rope should you buy? Let's rank these. I'll be honest, it's close at the top. They're pretty much all interchangeable, but if I had to pick one, it would be the Elite SRS 6mm rope. Yes, it's a PVC rope. Yes, there are a couple other PVC ropes, but this one is just a little bit thicker, has a little bit more weight to it without being a weighted rope, which makes it feel really nice, and I think it's the perfect jump rope for beginners. The only downside, you don't have a lot of color options. The close second and third would be the Money Rope by Rush Athletics or the Dope Rope 2.0. These are basically the same jump rope. Honestly, you can't go wrong with either one. And the pros here, you have more color options. If we consider that a tie for second place, my third place would have to go to the 1/4 pound weighted rope from Cross Rope. I get it, it's a pricier rope, it's very expensive, but honestly, for what you get, it's worth it. And the fact that you can change the ropes to a different weight is a huge plus. Fourth place would be the Elite SRS Beaded rope. It's cheap, it's reliable, it has feedback for you when you're just starting out. Can't really go wrong here. I guess the only downside with the beaded rope would be that it's a little bit harder to tie if you need to shorten it. But other than that, it's a good rope. In fifth place, it's the deceptive pink Legacy rope by Rush Athletics. The handles are big, the rope is big, it's pretty, but damn, it's heavy. I hope the video captures exactly how heavy this rope is. It's like you have to generate momentum to even get started. If you need the arm workout, this is an amazing rope, but if it's your very first jump rope, go with one of the others. But like the Rush Athletics Money Rope, this also comes in a variety of colors. And finally, in last place, we have the cable rope, the speed rope. Just stay away. Unless you have a specific need for this, don't bother. You're not gonna feel it, you're gonna regret it. It's a wire. When it's going fast and it hits you in the legs, it's gonna hurt. I literally haven't used this rope in years. Yeah, this is horrible for beginners. I can't feel a thing. Well, there you have it, guys. That is my beginner jump rope buyer's guide. Those are all the jump ropes I own, along with my recommendations. And check the description for links to all those jump ropes. I'll have direct links on Amazon so that you know you're getting the exact type of rope that I was talking about. As always, please leave a like if you liked the video and consider subscribing to the channel. And if you have any questions about the jump ropes that I discussed in this video, just leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.